I am here again with another Toni Brattin wig that I want to share with you. I have said this time and time again, I'm actually so very impressed with this line. The price point is really lovely. It's fantastic, as a matter of fact. And while you're getting a basic cap, you're not getting the frills and the whistles, you're not getting the monofilament tops or the parts, and you're not getting the lace front, you're not getting the velvet line ear tabs, things like that. What you are getting is a fabulous value for the price of these wigs. So let's take a look at this one. This is called Timeless. It is a heat-friendly fiber and it is in the color light blonde. Now, you guys, I have been so lucky with my choices. I really have honestly liked every single one. I think Prestigious was the one that I am still on the fence about. It's a pixie, very short, but I wore it all day. I went out and did an errand, and I felt okay. I'll show you the initial kind of issue that I had with this out of the box, which is probably good to talk about because you will probably run across this where you get the box hair and it just sticks straight up in the crown like a rooster, but it's short, so you just have a heck of a time. So I'll tell you kind of what I did to deal with that. Okay, so this is like all of the ones that we've actually looked at this week. Same exact cap, completely machine wefted, a lot of stretch. We even have little tiny wefts right here on top of the head. And then we have permatease here in the crown area to give you some lift, give you a cute profile, and a really soft banding right here in front. That is that really soft velvet material. We do have the temple tabs here. There are metal stays. They're quite weak though. Especially I've noticed in this style, even more so than maybe some of the others that I've talked about. We do have an extended nape of sorts back here. You do not have that really nice velvet lining that's very soft there at the nape here, however. We have the Velcro little tabs that you can adjust up to a 1/2 inch on each side. You can let them out about a 1/2 inch on each side. So if you need to bring it in, you're more of an average petite, you can bring this side all the way to here, this side all the way to here, and you can let this out a 1/2 inch as well. These are really comfortable. They really are for wigs, and you do get a good amount of stretch and a lot of ventilation, which is going to be really great in the summertime. So again, this is light blonde and it does have a root. Here is where I ran into my issues because it is razored and it's very light fibers and I just could not get it to sit down right in through here. But we'll talk about that here in a bit. Now, one thing that I have noticed that the light blonde in my eyes does seem to vary a little bit from style to style. At least I've noticed that in this one, it is much beigier than say this one, which is also light blonde. Do you guys see that, or is that my imagination? This is Dazzling in light blonde. I told you I was going to grab this in light blonde because I actually adore this style. But and this is also light blonde. I just feel this is much more beigey than this one. I don't think it's my imagination. I may not even show up here on camera, but I don't know, I've kind of noticed that. I love them both, so it's not an issue for me. And it's very slight, just something that I sort of picked up. Okay, let's put this on. Okay, so this is Timeless, and again, the light blonde. Now, this right through here just stuck straight up. I just fought with it, and I fought with it until I decided. I tried hairspray, didn't seem to do the trick. If it did, it was very temporary. So what I had to do is I had to use a styling cream, and I have the John Renault Peace Out styling creme, I think is what it is. So you don't need much, and I just kind of put a little tiny bit, and then I just sort of ran it through the fibers. It's the heaviest of the styling products, and it definitely did the trick. The other thing though, because it took a bit, the other thing that I did is instead of folding it inside out like it comes and putting the net kind of on the front, I just kept it this way, and I put the netting, the black netting over the top and just kind of smushed this down when it was back in the box. So in that instance, I needed to put it back in the box to just kind of just get those fibers to just calm down. But okay, so this one is quite straight. It's very short. I think if you have just beautiful angular lines, it's going to be adorable on you. It really is. Make sure you get your ears out of here. As you know, I'm a bit of a tucker. It lays nice though. You know, I didn't have any issues with anything else. As all of these wigs, they are shaped and cut very well. So you're going to get just a really pretty nice sort of feathered look and a gorgeous neckline right through here. Really pretty. Just make sure you've got it kind of fit in there. I do have a wig grip on. And if I were to wear this, I would probably not wear a wig grip because they're not super comfortable to me. And I would use the It Stays, you know, to make sure that this is going to stay where it is. And by the way, I know I mentioned that there aren't the best stays here in the side, but they do stay close to the head. I do not have any issues of them popping up. So that's good. I've also mentioned that this brand, for some reason, this is the average size. The ear tabs tend to fit me a little farther back and a little lower. So it is, you know, my glasses do have to slide kind of under the tip of the tab. So I'll look and make sure they're not poking up and noticeable, and they're not. So that's good. Anyway, okay, so I have this pretty much at a pretty side little part here. I also, again, with what's going on here with the crown in this particular unit, I have to be careful how I move this, or I'm going to have an issue. So this is just kind of how it's working right now. But, you know, I think with styles like this, the messier, the better. I just think, you know, overdoing it can really just sort of ruin the cuteness of these really adorable pixies. And I think the reason I was fighting with this crown so much could be that I was trying to get it to go back this way. I don't think it's meant to do that. I really don't. I think it was cut to kind of be a true pixie, kind of hug the head through here, maybe come forward a little bit. And I think once I sort of got over that, wanting to do that, it started also behaving for me in that way. I like to have my ear kind of peek out, bring a little bit forward, because that makes me feel better when I have a little bit of hair kind of through here, and just maybe a little bit of extra, just kind of right in here. Gonna have some flyaways, but that's okay. Regular hair, real hair will do that as well. And I just kind of like this messy part, really. And that's it. That's probably how, you know, I would probably wear this. You can decide how much you want to tuck and all of that. And I'm telling you, these wigs are very easy. The fibers for this is the first one that I've had to fight with a little bit right through here, but I think once I just sort of gave in to how, you know, just kind of not being afraid to really just kind of move things around and kind of went with what it wants to do, then it was fine. But other than this particular situation with this one, they are very cooperative, these fibers. You can push them this way, you can bring the part this way. This is just really short through here. So, and these fibers are realistic in that they're quite fine and they're razored. So, but because they do that so well, that's why they're easy to style, because they're shaped really well. Those ends are razored and they just make it to where you can just move them, literally just move them any way you want, put a little hairspray in it, and you're good. You're good for the day. You're good to go. And this color is gorgeous. It just is absolutely gorgeous. Here is another style. Which one is this? Let me think. I think this is called Vivacious, yes. But do you see, this is light blonde as well. Do you see the more of the beigey blonde in this particular one versus this is an ashy blonde. It's just got a little bit, it's just a little different. It's not quite so beigey as this one, but yet I love them both. This light blonde color in this line is gorgeous. I also, as you know, in the wig chat I did prior, I looked at the brown blonde. I'm not a big fan of the brown blonde on my skin tone. It's a gorgeous color though, beautiful in the sun. But with my skin tone, it's just not for me. So anyway, let me do a spin for you with this one. Giving it some movement, but yet, you know, not overstyling it, because that is what I did when I first got this on, I think. I tried to overstyle it, and rather than just kind of move it around, let it kind of, I've never had hair this short in my life, so, you know, it is sort of a new territory for me. And I do think that these pixies look best when they're a little messy, but yet controlled mess, you know, giving it a little flair. I don't know, they're growing on me. Now, I have had this on, and again, as I mentioned, I was messing with it. I'm like, boy, this is, I think, the first one that I'm not feeling it at all. Well, you know, the more that I put it on my head, the more my eye is getting used to me in this short of hair. And I actually prefer the profile view of this one better than the Prestigious on me, because I do have quite a flat head. And that is a beautiful wig though, and I will wear it because I have found that that's growing on me as well. But while I fussed with this crown area so much, because I think I was trying to have it do something it was not meant to do. But we have a lot more layers, a lot more sort of razory layers all through here on this style, which to me, I don't know, it just makes for a better looking profile for me. Whereas the Prestigious is longer. It's very short everywhere too, but it is longer through here. So it kind of swirls and you kind of got the length, and it just kind of makes for just not as pretty of a profile for me, just because of the shape of my natural head. So on that note, I actually am enjoying this one, I think, a little bit better than Prestigious. Whereas when I first put it on, you know, and I was just trying to figure it out, I was like, oh boy, this is my first miss in this line for me. It's beautiful though, not because of that. It's just, you know, just not gonna, I'm not jiving with it. It's just not working. So, but yeah, that's once again the old, you know, saying. I don't know how old the saying is, but don't take it off your head for a while. And if you do, try another day, stick it on, move it around in ways that you just don't think it should go, but yet, lo and behold, what do you know? You know, it ends up looking really cute. So, and that's what I think the fun thing about these pixies. I think a lot of people feel like, well, pixies, you know, they're just sort of a one-way kind of hairstyle. I am not finding that to be the truth at all with this particular line anyway, and I have not tried any pixies really. Well, I did. Earlier on, I have tried maybe two. So I'm going to put the link to this particular wig down in the description box. I have been buying my Toni Brattin wigs from wigsbypatty'spearls.com, and I will put the link to the average size and the plus size down below. If for some reason you cannot find that style in the Wigs by Patty's Pearls merchandise, they're online and their website, more than likely I probably purchased it from QVC, because if they don't have it, Wigs by Patty's Pearls, none of the other online stores are either. So that means that it was specific to QVC, and that's where I purchased it. So sometimes when I am putting information down and editing, I don't remember exactly where I got it, but if it's not, I've been getting them at Wigs by Patty's Pearls. If you decide to take the leap on any given wig that you're finding there at Patty's, then if you could please, in the coupon area, in that box at checkout, put JLBT, Jillian Beauty Therapy, so JLBT, and that way they will know that sale came from one of my viewers watching one of my videos. That would be so helpful, and I would be really grateful if you could do that. If they are doing a sale and they have their own coupon code, like I believe not too long ago they had a coupon code for 30% off, and the coupon code was LOVEIT, LOVEIT. They told me just to have my viewers put at the end of any given coupon code JLBT, and they'll know as well. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. So I'm going to sign off for this one. This is again called Timeless by Toni Brattin in the color light blonde. I'm going to be seeing you guys very soon, and always stay young at heart and stay well. Bye-bye.